Hi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you checking out Tom's Take episode 15, where we are going to discuss the 3 pricing strategies that are out there right now for home sellers and the pros and cons of each one. So let's jump right in. Strategy number 1, building in negotiating room to the price. And I have some major concerns I want to share with you about this sort of strategy. One is that the mindset of many sellers when they say, I'm going to build another 10, 15% into my price so I can negotiate with the buyer. The reality is today's consumers have a much different mindset where they are willing to pay a fair market price for a property. And we're seeing many homes go at or even above the asking price, which we'll get into with items 2 and 3 here. So they know what values are going in. And the mindset is we can adjust it later. Later can be too late for a seller. We know that the best price and the best time you're going to get your best price happens all within the first 30 days on the market. So if you're waiting until after 30 days to bring your home closer to a fair market value, you might have missed the market a little bit because you were priced out of it. When something sits on the market a long time, which is usually what happens with these negotiating room listings, people start to think there's something wrong with the property. And there probably isn't anything wrong. That's the reality. But that's not the mindset of consumers that are out there. They see days on market at 90, 120, 180. They're going to start to wonder what's happening with this home. Why hasn't it sold yet? Because the average right now in our marketplace is between 47 and 61 days through the first quarter. So it could lead to some negative connotations with the home that aren't going to favor you as a seller. I don't really see a lot of positives with this strategy. Because of all the potential negative outcomes and because buyers are so well informed walking into the property. Strategy number 2 is price it at fair market value or at the market. So according to a great website out there called Keeping Current Matters, we're going to put a slide across here. It shows that 60% of buyers will see your home when it's priced at a fair market number. 60% of all the buyers out there will actually want to come out and take a look at it. They're looking for a home in your price range. That's the majority of buyers. This is really a great statistic to look at. Now, typically what we'll see happen and what our past clients have found is that when you price it at the market price, typically you'll get one really good offer, maybe a second one. And that's a great spot to be in because you get someone that wants the home, they're coming in strong, they're not jerking your chain on the negotiations or giving you a hard time or grinding you, which tells me that buyer is likely going to go to closing. You can usually identify those red flags up front to make sure, because the goal isn't just to sell the home and get the highest price, but also take it all the way through the transaction and get it to closing. So a positive there is you get strong buyers coming in. The potential negative with this strategy is that a one-on-one negotiation, so if you're the seller and you've got one buyer you're negotiating with, that's a little more adversarial than having multiple buyers interested and you're dictating the terms. And the buyers have to decide how much they really want the property. So the negotiation can get a little tough, especially when you only have one option in front of you. It's not going to give you the best position to get the best price and the best terms. So there's a potential you don't have buyers competing. Strategy number 3, price it just below the market. And what we know according to Keeping Current Matters, and again we're going to put the slide across here, is that 90% of the buyers out there will come and look at your home when it's priced just below market. And the beauty of this is because when inventory is low, and even when it's not, and they see a property that looks like it's maybe a deal, if you want to call it that, buyers are going to come out of the woodwork. And they're going to compete against each other. And when buyers compete, that means you get a better price and better terms on the contract. So all of those things mean waived home inspections, waived mortgage contingencies. You're not having to go through those 2 to 3 weeks of contingencies to get the deal locked up. That's happening right up front. And you're getting what I call a sign and done offer, meaning you sign it, you get the deposit check, and there's nothing to do besides a couple of normal things like title insurance, getting any sort of municipal certifications before settlement. So it's going to put you as the seller in a much better position because you can dictate terms, tell people exactly when you want to settle, what sort of terms you need, and because buyers are competing, whoever wants the property, they're going to give you what they want because they want to live in your home. So there's 3 very clear strategies here, and you know what's obvious to me, and I'm imagining you're seeing the same thing from just going through this video, is that the market's very price sensitive right now. And those people that build in negotiating room or those sort of things to their price of their home, it's going to end up hurting them more than it will help them. Look at companies like CarSense or how people shop right now. They go online, they do all their research, then they make a decision based on all the research they've done. And today's buyers are okay paying a fair market price. They just want to know it actually is a fair market price. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you got any questions about these strategies, if you want to know about any other potential outcomes of using one of these three methods to price your property, or you want to see another topic covered in the future, comment below, hit us up on social, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks so much for watching Tom's Take. Have a great day.